In this video we're going to talk about registering for MyMathLab. We're going to go to the website www.mymathlab.com. You'll need to have your access code that you purchased either in the bookstore or a credit card to purchase with it here online. You can get a temporary access, but remember that you only have 14 days to make sure that you purchase the access code either in the bookstore or online. You will also need the course ID number I give you in class. Once you go to the website www.mymathlab.com, you will see this website here. You will need to register as a student. Some of you may have already used MyMathLab before, but anytime you start a new semester, you must register as a student. Here are the things that you need to register. You need an email address, a course ID, and an access code or credit card. Once you have all three of those things, you'll click on OK, Register Now. Here you will enter your course ID. This course ID will be forward followed by some numbers. And it will not be the same for every student because it will depend on which MathLab class you're in. So make sure that you get the correct ID number. It is very important that you register as soon as possible. There will be cutoff dates for the last day to enroll in class, so make sure that you already have registered before that last day to enroll. You will see once you enter your course ID number and click OK, you will see my course information here. This particular course was for the fall of 2013, so this will change depending upon the course that you were entered. It'll have the course ID, taught by, and then you'll see my name and when the course actually ends. If you have used a Pearson account before, such as in another math class, in my math class before, integrated reading and writing, or maybe a psychology class, and you remember your username or password, you can enter it here and go ahead and sign in. If you know that you've used a Pearson account before and have forgotten your username and password, but still have the same email address that you used prior, you can say forgot username or password, and it will walk you through the steps to find your username or password. If you have changed email accounts or have never used Pearson account before, you will click on Create. So most of you will be creating an account. To create an account, you will enter in your email address. Everyone must have an email address. You can create a free one through Yahoo, Hotmail, Gmail, any of those. Make sure that you know your username and password to your email account in case you forget your username and password here. Enter your username. I always suggest that it's your email address. Sometimes that's not available, but if it is, go ahead and use it. Then you'll enter your password. Make sure that you know what your username and password are. Your password will be required to be at least 8 letters long. It has to have one number and has to have a capital letter in there. So make sure that you have that written down somewhere. I cannot retrieve your username or password if you forget it. If you forget it, we can go in through forgot username and password and they can email it to you. This does create some problem if you don't know how to get into your email or forget how to get into it or get locked out of your email account. Make sure that you write your username and password down somewhere, whether it be in your phone, on your notebook, something. I cannot retrieve it. So please do not ask me. I will not write it down for you. This is your responsibility. Then we want you to enter your first name and last name. Enter your first name and last name in the correct lines as it appears on my roster. I don't want nicknames. I don't want, if you're newly married, newly divorced, for you to change your last name. I don't want you to use your maiden name unless that is what is on my roster. If you're planning on changing your records in the system and admissions, that's fine. But until you get those changed in admissions and it's showing up on your schedule of classes, do not use a different name. Use whatever name is on your schedule of classes here for your first and last name. You'll enter a security question and security answer that I do not have the information to. You'll come down here and accept the license agreement. I would not check the second box if I were you. The second box says that I want to help improve Pearson products and learn more about other offers. If you check that box, you'll get several emails from Pearson. So make sure that you check the first box and make sure that a green check mark shows up next to all of these boxes here. You'll then click on Create an Account. When you create an account, your username will show up here in this blue box, and you will have three different options. One is to enter the access code. This is if you have purchased it in the bookstore and you have the piece of cardboard access code. The second option is to purchase it using your credit card or PayPal account. You'll click here. The third option is to get a temporary access for 14 days until you can get your access code from the bookstore or use a credit card to purchase it online. I want to warn you and tell you, do not try to go to eBay or Amazon or textbooks.com, things like that, to purchase the access codes through them, because they're going to be about the same price. If you find one that's less, it probably will not be the one for this class. This class is a fairly new class. Make sure that if you're looking at it for this class, that it is the green colored one, and before you actually open it, let me check it out, okay? If you do the temporary access, make sure that you have purchased the access code in the 14 days. If you have not, you will be blocked out of the program and will not be able to do anything in the program until you get the access code. You have no other options. You must purchase the access code one way or the other, through our bookstore or here online. Make sure you get that done. Once you decide how you're going to pay, either enter the access code or online, you'll go through those steps, either entering your credit card information or entering the access code. After you have completed that, you will see that you are now done. It will give you your username, email, account ID, when you purchased it, and your order number. It will also tell you the class that you're in. This page will actually be emailed to your email account on file. So I would not necessarily print it. I would just let it be emailed to me. Click to go to your course, and when you do so, this is the page that will be brought up. As you can see, this red box shows up if you are using the temporary access. If you purchased the access code and have already entered the access code or entered your credit card information, you will not have this red box. This red box keeps reminding you that you cannot get into the course after 14 days. And it will count down after so many days, after each day. Once you're in here, click on the blue link here, the math class that you're in, and it will take you to this website. Here's the picture of your textbook that you did not have to purchase, because you will have access to all the textbook information here on this website. So everything here, you have access to an e-text, everything here on this website. There are several options here on the left-hand side that I want to discuss. If you do not get this web page brought up, it's probably because you're using Internet Explorer. MyMathLab works best in either Google Chrome or Firefox. So if it says file not found or anything like that, switch over to Google Chrome and log back in, because then you will see that there's a difference between the programs. So try to use Google Chrome or Firefox. first tab that you'll be using in this class is the homework tab. This is where all of your homeworks, your masteries, your orientation homework will be found. So you will click on the homework to find all of those. The next section that you will use is your quizzes and tests. Quizzes and tests are such as your pre-tests, your review quizzes, and your post-tests. They are located under this tab right here, quizzes and tests. You can also click on module contents. The module contents, when you click on it, it will open up the new files, and you can click on which section we're working in, such as 1.1, and it will bring up the e-text for you. You can look at the textbook here under module contents. The other option that is very useful is the multimedia library. This is where you have access to PowerPoints, to videos that are attached to the modules and to the units that we're looking at as well. I do want to point out one other area, which is the study plan. The study plan is additional practice for any section that you're working in. So if you've already done the homework and gotten 100 on it, but you're not quite sure that you're ready for the mastery quiz, go to the study plan, click on the section that we're working on. I do want to caution you, make sure that you read the homework that you're working on, because it may say homework 3.1 section 4.1 in the textbook. So this whatever is in parentheses is actually where it is in the textbook. Okay? If you have trouble finding something or anything like that, let us know. This is how you're going to register for the online class and use anything that we need. You're always welcome to explore other areas, things like that. As you can see, your upcoming assignments come here, and anything else that you will need is available. So please let us know if you still need help, and good luck for this semester.